I'm Trevor.
I'm Trexel.
Welcome to the Red Squadron Podcast.
Welcome to the Red Squadron Podcast. This is week 6. We are very happy that you have come along on this journey with us. It has been a lot of fun making these videos. We got a lot of fun topics for you guys today. Starting with our intro topic, we received a question from a fan asking for our personal favorite starships. And I have a few in mind, but it really narrowed down to one for me, but I'll let you go first.
Yeah, I took two into account. You kind of piggyback back and forth. I think overall it was hopefully I'm pronouncing it right, this Scimitar, Darth Maul's ship.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it has a wizard design, and it's very deadly. Like, it has a lot of the tools, like as far as blaster cannons and recon abilities to make it like a practical ship. But I think it is very unique. It's very iconic as his ship. I used to have a toy of it. I probably still have it. Maybe we'll put her up here one day. Put her up there one day. So I really loved that design.
Did you play it in Battlefront 2? Because it is in Battlefront 2, the EA one. At all?
I don't know. I don't think I played a lot of the ship ones. And if I did, I was trying to choose Boba Fett's as like the hero ship.
Yeah. Well, that's a perfect transition into mine. Slave 1 is definitely my favorite. And I'm going to be 100% honest. The seismic charges kind of carry that for me.
Yeah.
Alright, everybody who's watched Star Wars knows what I'm talking about with the seismic charges.
Yeah.
Right? It's in the scene with Obi-Wan versus Jango. And then again in the Mandalorian series, which was awesome. You remember that?
I think it was Book of Boba Fett, technically.
Or, no, this one was the Mandalorian because he went into the Empire stronghold and he took off his helmet and it was with Burr.
Yeah, sorry. I was referring to when Boba destroys the Sarlacc pit.
Oh, well, yeah, that too.
Sorry.
Yeah, so it's gotten a few more appearances, and that is just the best. Plus, Jango, I said he was one of my favorite characters, so that's the reason I chose Slave 1.
It's iconic.
Yeah. Is there anything else in consideration?
Yeah, so I had the Soulless one, which is General Grievous' ship.
You were picking some out of the ballpark ones.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I messed with the uniqueness of the designs. They look deadly. They look like a villain drives that. Like, that's sick.
Yeah.
And I didn't see other people driving those around. I've also heard, when I was reading up on it on Wikipedia and stuff, it said some people referred to it as the spineless one because he always used it to retreat in.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what about you? What else did you have?
So my second one in contention was Mando's N1.
Yeah.
Which I just think it's really cool that it has a lot of customization to it, and it's probably the fastest ship we've seen on screen. I can't think of anything faster. Yeah. But just an overall really cool looking ship. It's a good take on the Naboo fighter. It brings back some memories of episode 1, so it has a little bit of a nostalgia feel with it as well.
I almost picked that. I wanted to. It might be my favorite. I don't. These ones I think I have more attachment to, but it's a 6.
Yeah.
It's all chrome.
Yeah.
Chromed out N1, and I like the generic Naboo starfighters as well.
I do too.
I think it's a slick design. It's like the sports car of.
Yeah.
They fired the green lasers, I think. They were so the fact that it's literally like a dragster, so fast, it's also cool to see.
I love the chrome. I'm a sucker for chrome.
Yes.
I want to get that chrome stormtrooper on Sideshow right now.
Yeah,
I thought about getting that one on Black Friday, but I didn't. You got anything else to add? Oh, were you thinking about Star Destroyers at all?
No. I mean, you could have there's the Chimera and there's Vader's. I should know this, but I don't.
I'm blanking.
No! Please remind us what Vader's capital ship was in Star Wars, because apparently we are both blanking right now. Yeah. I also would have considered like the malevolence, very practical.
Yeah.
And still unique, but yeah.
And only used one time.
Yep. They didn't have the budget to make more.
Palpatine said that's enough.
Yep. That's probably
we don't
true,
need
actually.
anything else.
But
Yeah. He didn't want to get the Death Star plans leaked.
True.
But we'll be right back with our main topic.
Welcome back, guys. Today we have a great main topic for you. We are going to talk about what Star Wars characters we would bring to real life and why. So Trax, I know we each picked a few. Who is your top choice that you would bring to life right now?
Alright, before I say this, I need everybody's head to get out of the gutter. Alright, I'm going to go with Padme Amidala.
Shocker.
Jeez. There's many good reasons behind this.
She's a senator.
When you asked this question, I'm kind of at the point of who could make the biggest impact and make our whole society better. Okay? I'm serious. No,
I get you.
And with the world's political landscape right now, I won't dive too deep into that. But I think Padme, I would like to watch her navigate that. I think that would be so entertaining.
I'm a senator.
Jeez. Okay, but let's think about this. From an early age, she was in the academy to get into politics. Then she became queen at 14. Handled the Federation trade blockade. She is known to be good at diplomatic solutions and aggressive negotiations. Episode 2 references it. Yeah. Then she became a senator, and she always went for. What I appreciate about her is that she was always looking for a diplomatic solution. She did what she had to in episode 1, going back to Naboo to free her people. So she will get done what needs to be done, but she will avoid violence at all costs. Yeah. And that's what I like about her, and I think she would be amazing. She's more qualified than a lot of people, in my opinion. Yeah. But, and also she's a strong woman character. We have not talked a lot about women characters, and she is one of the best, and maybe one of the most underrated.
Yeah. You're really fighting the allegations of why you picked Padme. But hey, as far as that goes, it's a pretty good reason. I'll give you that. Okay. All right.
I mean, she might get knocked a little bit for this. The no confidence vote on Chancellor Bloom.
Yeah.
I was like,
not the brightest, but
that wasn't the best move, but also
she was fooled. She's also, that was her youngest point.
Yeah.
And her first interaction with the Senate, really.
And she self-reflected and said, I don't think I was ready. So she learned a lot. I think she can recover from her mistakes, and if she's able to negotiate between planets of completely different cultures, I think she should get all of Earth peaceful.
You heard it here first. Padme for 2028?
2028.
Yep, Padme 2028.
Yep. Padme Amidala. Write it in.
Write it in the ballot.
See how many votes she gets. I'll take a picture of my ballot and
maybe don't, for it. But yeah.
No, I'll write it in and then erase it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But who did it boil down to for you? Your number one choice.
My number one, I could have gone like who's the most fun to be around, or maybe like you did of like what would help the world the most. I was thinking for me, myself, and I, C-3PO, very practical choice in my opinion. He would speak every language, never need a translator. He could be at home all day doing any chore that you have, taking care of anything that you have. Like really, a protocol droid is super helpful in the land of Star Wars. He's just not an action guy, and that's fine. I don't live an action-packed life. He's going to be here. He's going to keep the house clean. He's going to cut me down on probably some bills just by him being able to do everything. He's a little annoying. I don't know if I'd talk to him a whole lot, but I'm not going for a buddy here. I basically took somebody that is going to make my life and the people in my life's lives way easier on a daily basis. I just think he's an extremely helpful guy.
I don't understand how he does chores when he can't even bend his arms.
Yeah,
you ever notice that?
Yeah, but I'm sure there's some way. Because he could push a mower. He could grab laundry. Folding might be hard. Folding may be hard.
Just send him to do that when he starts annoying
Come
you.
to think of it, why are their arms like that?
I don't know.
Why?
Anakin just made a flawed design, I guess.
Oh, well, but there's more than one protocol droid.
And they all do have that bar right here.
Yeah, I
that
don't...
keeps them...
Maybe I would snip it.
He's like, oh my god, I got good arm.
Exactly. So, I think he's my number one.
He's a pilot, too.
Yeah, well, he could drive. Like, he literally could be
Mm-hmm.
just basically your Alfred Pennyworth. Like, he could just help you in general in life. I think it makes things easier to not have to come home and do your laundry and do whatever else. So
He won't drop the wisdom that Alfred would have.
No, but it's fine. It's fine if we don't talk a lot.
And a bonus, you can get his memory wiped.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I went to 3 characters, so if you did also, who's your number 2?
My number 2 is Qui-Gon Jinn.
Okay.
And I took this as I want to know more. I want to know exactly how did you figure out the path to being a Force Ghost?
Yeah.
That is like the biggest thing to me. I'm like, that is a monumental discovery. I also wanted to, I'm thinking of this as he kind of up to his death at Darth Maul, and then he was brought right back.
Okay.
Right, so he knows everything. Why did he feel so strongly that Anakin was the chosen one beyond just a midichlorian count?
Yeah.
How he would have trained him, how he would have taught Anakin to control his emotions. And then obviously he is a Force Ghost, so he saw everything Anakin went through. So what would he have done differently than Obi-Wan?
Yep.
Does he think Anakin would have turned with him? I don't think so, but I would like to know that from him. So I just feel like there's a lot of information he could tell me.
Yeah.
And I'm taking this as like, maybe I could follow that path if I get transferred to his universe.
Yeah. Okay. That's an interesting one. I would not have expect. Your answers have actually shocked me a little bit.
Really?
Yeah.
Who would you, wait, if you had to expect me to choose one, what would you choose?
Well, if we're going one more character, hopefully I don't say it, don't
Okay.
confirm or deny.
Okay.
I definitely would have thought you'd like Anakin, just based on him being your favorite character. I think you would have liked, I don't know, Obi-Wan too, as like the more mentor role.
I did consider Anakin, but I don't want him to turn on me.
Yeah.
I'm a little worried about that.
Hopefully I'm not stealing your third. Did Jango Fett ever cross your mind?
No, he did. He did cross my mind, but I don't want a bounty hunter with me. I think he would still try to be a bounty hunter here, and I don't want to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, me personally.
All right.
Although I would love to. Can you bring Slave One with him? That would change.
I think it would shot down. The government would not like that.
Like he can shoot down Jango. They don't have anything that can compete with Slave
They have
One.
rockets.
F-14's not taking out Slave One.
4 of them might?
I
don't know, man.
He took out multiple TIE fighters with one seismic charge. And that thing's just a straight line across. It's like a pancake.
Yeah.
So to get 2 TIE fighters at the same time,
Yeah, okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
he can take out F-14s.
Okay, fair enough.
But my number 3, since we're just talking about it, is actually Han Solo.
Okay.
I feel like we would go on some crazy adventures. I would love to be in the smuggling business. I'm just kidding. But I do think he is a great leader, and he went through a crazy transformation to being a general. I want to be able, if I ever need to make that kind of change from being self-centered, and I hope I never am, but if I need to make that change from being self-centered to being a leader, I would want him to mentor me in that.
Yeah, okay. He crossed my list. He's not in my 2 or my 3. He definitely crossed my list because I think in terms of like, he'd be fun. You'd have a lot of fun. Yeah. You could probably learn some life experience from him.
If you brought Chewie over with him, that would just be perfect.
Chewie would be experimented on if he was. Let's be real. Like, the government wouldn't just let Chewie walk around.
I think that if Chewie came with Han, they might do experimenting on Han too, because he can understand Chewie. It's like, how did you learn that language?
They
It all sounds the same.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. My number 2, and I did my best to include like a girl and a guy, and I'm actually, my list is based on as if they didn't have the Force when they came over, so it does change a little bit. Like with the Force, one of these wouldn't be here, and I might have a different one. So my number 2 is Sabine Wren from Rebels, though.
Okay, not the live action.
Not the interpretation of the live action.
Okay.
And I think there's a big difference.
There's a big difference.
I think I chose her because when I think of females in Star Wars that like would genuinely be just pleasant to be around and fun, it's her. She's fun, she's energetic, she meshes well with everybody on the Ghost. She is skilled in combat, never hurts to have.
Yeah.
Like Mandalorians are just BA in general, so that's awesome.
And had the Darksaber at one point.
Yeah, so she's got leadership qualities. Like she's just an all-around stand-up person. And then the big draw was actually like her admiration and her practicing of art. Like she's cool.
Yeah, she is cool.
There's a lot going on. She could come to our world and appreciate art, so you'd immediately have something to do. I just feel like she brings a lot of positive energy. And if you took her out of wartime, she would be really pleasant to be around.
Wow. I could not believe you picked Sabine, to be honest.
Yeah, well, like I said, I was going all the females. First, I wanted to be careful who I picked. I didn't want to have to make an argument like you. I know what kind of people you are. So I was like, okay. And then I thought, who would I want to hang out with? And she seems like she would be a pretty good pick to be around. The version of her live action from Ahsoka, again, actor does a great job. She didn't seem as fun as she did in Rebels, as much of herself.
Well, she did go through a war a little bit, so I mean, there's some explanation there. But I think her core value of caring deeply for her friends never wavers, even in the live action, which is what I probably appreciate about her the most. So
and then number 3, again, I think I can justify this pretty well. I chose Anakin.
And you said no Force powers.
Yeah, no Force powers.
No Force powers.
If he had Force powers, no, because he'd turn. I don't trust him. I don't trust him. But here's what I looked at with Anakin. He is one of the most loyal friends in all of Star Wars. He never leaves somebody behind, even when, like, the guy that groomed him and convinced him to go to the dark side was like, leave Obi-Wan, we'll never make it. He's like, no, I'm keeping him. Like, we're taking him with us.
Yeah.
So he is more than willing to go the distance for friends. So to have him in your life and to have a friend like that is super valuable. You want that friend that you can count on that's going to be there for you. He's passionate. I think in the Star Wars universe and with the Force, it's dangerous and it can lead, hate leads to anger, anger leads to fear, fear leads to suffering.
Yeah,
right?
That's the Yoda quote. That's the Yoda quote.
But in our world, it would show how much he cares. He's a passionate person. He can be a little hot-tempered, but I think everybody can get hot-tempered at times, and without the Force, I'm not too worried about him. And no lightsaber. Like,
I don't know, he's still tall.
I just don't think he's shown, like, abusive or violent tendencies without the Force. It's always been in combat, or it's always been, like, pushed somewhere, and then he uses the Force. Like, if he was just angry, people get that way. So I think I'm fine with it. I like the passion out of him, and I think he's a very thoughtful and caring person. And then I had spontaneous. You want a friend. If I'm looking at him as a friend to be in my life, I do want some of that fun. And Obi-Wan and him have great banter. So there's a lot of fun to be had there, a lot of jokes to be made, a lot of adventures to go on while having more of like that brother connection that him and Obi-Wan have is what I feel like could be replicated here.
So you take on the role of Obi-Wan.
Yes.
You got a lot to live up to there.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Anakin, and I think that's a great choice. I think he is passionate, and he'll care more about you than anybody else in the Star Wars universe, probably. But I still think he would turn. I mean,
turn what?
He would turn on you.
He's got no powers.
Okay, he could still do something.
But okay, if I take him out of that universe and he doesn't like know Padme, right, or like whatever, like.
Well, that might make him mad anyway. He's like, "Where's Padme?"
I think he would be understanding.
He'd just pop in. Oh,
yeah.
Another universe, normal day.
Yeah, and once I explain the situation of like, yeah, you can't go back. He'd be fine. Gave him a minute to process, he'd be fine. I mean, he left his mother when he was like 7 or 9. And he got over that. Kinda.
No, I don't think he did. That thing haunted him for
to an
years.
extent.
Yeah.
To an extent. Well, when he didn't know that she was dead.
Or was on the verge of dying.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was only after vision.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
Is there anybody else who you considered?
Yeah.
Just quickly.
Yeah, I'm curious if you've also considered this person. Well, 2.
Mm-hmm.
People I considered that didn't make the list were Lando and Hondo. Both because they're fun. Lando, you're gonna live. It's gonna be a fun time.
I would play cards with Lando.
Yeah, he's lavish. He's lavish. He's flamboyant. Mm-hmm. He's eccentric. Like he's got a lot going on. Mm-hmm. He's got kind of that swagger, right? Like how he carries himself would be. Yeah. He's charismatic. He'd be great to be around. Yeah. I think. Again, and you take him out of like a wartime setting and stuff. I don't think he's backstabbing you. I think he's just. He's there. He's Lando Calrissian. Mm-hmm. You know?
Calrissian?
Yeah. Maybe.
I mean, a little bit. He tried to rizz up Leia.
I tried. I don't know. He did.
He did not. What? He freaked. What? He didn't do that at all. Leia was not having Lando at all.
I don't know, man. Leia was having her brother and Han. So who's to say?
I mean, yeah, I guess Leia's standards are a little weird.
Yeah. We don't know her type. Yeah. But
your second character, Hondo.
Yeah.
I think I would end up in jail.
In jail?
With Hondo.
Yeah, but you said you wanted to smuggle with Han, so you wouldn't want to...
Yeah, but Han always talks his way out of it.
So Hondo never gets captured.
Hondo, I feel like would be on a most wanted.
But he never gets caught. He's never been seriously locked up that we've seen.
Not that we've seen necessarily, but I mean, he's gotten himself into some bad situations. He should have been killed by Dooku in the Clone Wars.
Nah.
He gets himself in bad situations. I don't think he would change a bit, and he would backstab me in a heartbeat if he had to.
Yeah, I just was thinking from a standpoint of fun, and like, it's going to be an experience.
Yeah.
He's up there. Lando I think made sense. I considered Han. Just because same concept of like he's fun. I'm also maybe a little naive. I'm under the assumption that like they'll be friends with you. See, they might not. Yeah. I like to think I'm a good guy, and the kid would want to be around me.
You bring him over here just for them to leave.
Yeah. I do have one more question for you. Mm-hmm. This reminds me of like one of those memes on Instagram I saw. Like, if you had to be trapped alone in a mall for 24 hours for like, we'll call it $100 million with either Darth Maul or General Grievous, who would you want to be stuck in that mall with?
Oh, and I have to like avoid them?
Or
like survive it?
Yeah. Or you have to not be dead by the end of the night.
Grievous. And that's easy for me.
Okay.
Grievous doesn't have the Force.
Yeah.
And as soon as Maul sees me, done.
I'd like to think I could reason with Maul. Listen, Maul...
Episode 1 Maul or...
No.
Once he gets the syndicates?
I think... If Grievous sees you, you're dead. Why would he not kill you? That's his type. He kills. He's violent. He's violent. Darth Maul has more reason behind things. Have you watched Tales of the Empire?
No.
Oh, no.
Really?
Well, there's a Grievous scene that I was going to reference. Yeah, it's from the Clone Wars. It's
Okay.
expanded upon when he's like killing all the Night Sisters.
Oh yeah.
Like he's cackling, he's laughing, like he's enjoying it.
Yes.
I don't think he just leaves you there. I think he comes over and he kills you. I think Maul might not bother enough. Like I think if he sees you, he's not really worried. We've seen him interact with people before that he doesn't just like destroy.
So if Grievous was in the mall with me,
Yep.
I would find a toy store and get a whole bunch of lightsabers.
Add these to your collection.
Don't kill me, I got a huge collection for you.
He might kill you for him.
I'll just give them to him.
Okay, so you'd stick with Grievous. I just think you could.
Yeah. I would 100%
I think
stick with
they're gonna
Grievous.
find you no matter what. So I think Maul's the only one you could converse with and live. That's my whole argument.
I think if you take them after episode 1, maybe. Pre-episode 1, Maul, I think, is a killing machine. I think.
Potentially, yeah. I think, yeah. But yeah, after episode, yes, I would say it's after episode 1. Because I think, yeah, then you have a better chance.
Yeah. I like that we took this conversation in different ways.
Yeah.
You took all of yours as being friends. I took mine in 3 different directions. 1, to have fun with Han Solo.
Yep.
2,
Save the world.
save
Padme.
the world with Padme, and then learn more about Star Wars with Qui-Gon, and just get a deeper knowledge of that universe.
And that's fair.
Yeah.
I want you guys to let me know who you'd rather be in a mall with for 24 hours, Grievous or Darth Maul. You have to live and you have to be there for 24 hours. You can hide and do whatever else, but let us know what you think you would want to do.
We'll put a poll out. I'm 0 for 1 on polls right now.
Yeah, thank you guys in the polls, by the way, for agreeing that George Lucas did not seem to have a plan and making people admit that if he did have a plan, it involved siblings kissing.
Yeah. I need to get back to 500.
Yeah.
Rough start.
So, I think that's it for us here. Should be a fun, short, sweet little episode for you guys. Also, feel free to drop your favorite character or the one that you would bring to life in the comments below. And be sure to like and share the video. Your support means a lot to us.
Thank you guys.
See ya.